Hey VC, I'm back to make the first part of my haul from my vacation. It's a really lots and lots of stuff, but I'm just gonna make this first video about the LPs. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get to all my 45s and 45s and tapes and CDs and other stuff, but I guess I could start off with the just like this 45s with picture sleeves. Like, I'm really happy about these ones, so I'll start off with the first one. Well, in the background we got Alan Jackson's first album playing, but first one was a really amazing find for me. This is Elvis with A Touch of Gold. This is an original EP. There's just a little bit of writing on it, but otherwise it's in spectacular shape. RCA Victor. So that was a great addition to the collection. Next up, for $5, we got Blue Hawaii backed with Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis with the picture sleeve, 1961. Next up, one that I've always been looking for, Return to Sender, RCA Victor. Next up, Elvis with Stuck on You, with the picture sleeve. Here's a 1958 Elvis UK EP. This is Rock and Roll Volume 2. It's in decent shape. It was a little bit more expensive, but you know, it's a rare EP, and you know, it's really amazing to own. Go back in there. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to finish showing my LPs in this video because there's so many. They're all over the ground, and that in there. But whatever. Sorry if this is a long video. Alright, next up, with the picture sleeve, Elvis in the Ghetto. Been looking for this one too, so I'm super happy. Next up, we have a UK EP. This is The Platters, 1959. That was cheap enough. Next up is a French Gordon Lightfoot, I Heard You Talking in Your Sleep, the picture sleeve on Reprise. Next up is a 1954 EP to Dean Martin on the Capitol label. Next we have another EP. We got Frank Sinatra with Young at Heart on Capitol from 1954. Here's just Frankie Goes to Hollywood with Relax. And then we have, what do we have here? Richard Marx. These were like 50 cents, these ones with the picture sleeves. So next up is this one. Nice shape. Got this one. To All the Girls I've Loved. Oops. This one. Okay. There's those. Let's do some LPs now. Just grab a stack. Probably got about 70 LPs here. Some of these were super cheap. Some of these I got when I came back, but you know, this isn't in the greatest of shape either, but you know, for less than $1, I'm not gonna leave it. This is Buddy Knox with Party Doll. I already have it, but I'll for sure pick it up again if I see it. Same with this one. This is Elvis Golden Records. The cover's completely split here. This is the rare first pressing with the blue and with the No Dog label, and it's not in bad shape, the record. So Safaris with Wipeout. This was 50 cents on Dot. Really great shape. A Date with Elvis, also 50 cents. Buck Owens with I Got a Tiger by the Tail, Capitol. And it's got this insert in it too. So that's pretty sweet. We got Ray Price. Another, this one is on the 6 side. This is Ray Price's Greatest Hits. 50 cents. On Music Core, George Jones and the Shrink, Greatest Hits. It's nice to get. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3. Roy Clark. Like, all these ones that I'm showing right now are 50 cents, and I'll tell you when they're not. Chet Atkins. Best of Al Martino. This one's signed. Now we're getting into some stuff that wasn't 50 cents, but still was pretty cheap. Cutting Crew. Of course, we know this one. I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. It's on that. A couple of George Strait that I already had, but maybe there'll be some upgrades. Well, there's a lot of George Strait in here, but does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? MCA. Another copy of A Day with Elvis. This was really cheap. This one's cover's a little split here, but this is Tease. And then we got Kiss Love Gun. This one is an original pressing. It's got the original sleeve. Doesn't have the gun, but you know, it actually came with the unpunched cards from Kiss the Originals, along with the original booklet from that. So I'll put that in my copy that's missing in there. And it also has the little part of, like, just a part of the gun in there, kind of. It's that the little paper thing that says bang at the end. I went on the end of the gun, so, you know, for 10 bucks for all that, and the record's in beautiful condition, I'm extremely happy about that. So, let's keep going here. This cover's ripped at the top, and the record's pretty beat up, but for 50 cents, Santo and Johnny original. I already have a beautiful copy, but I'm not just gonna let this deteriorate at somebody's garage sale. So, you know, there we go, saving a record for 50 cents. Here's a compilation of some surf music on Columbia. Hank Williams, just like a greatest hits thing. Tom and Jerry with Guitar's Greatest Hits on Mercury, beautiful condition. Next we have Dr. John. This is a gatefold. This was sweet to find for 50 cents. It's an original. There's the label. I feel like this is going to be a long video. Ian and Sylvia Tyson with 4 Strong Winds. This is just like mint. Couldn't ask for a better copy of that. Okay, let's keep going here. Little Jimmy Dickens. Conway Twitty's Greatest Hits on MGM. A nice yellow label. Now we're getting into some more expensive stuff, but not really. Waylon Jennings from 1968 and Shrink. And we got Kenny Rogers in the first edition. This is an early one on Reprise. Janet Jackson, Control. George Jones. That was a couple bucks or whatever. Here's a nice one. This was 50 cents. Paul Anka's like a greatest hits on Spartan. Next up, from 1988, we have a Willie Nelson album that I never owned, so an RCA Victor. So I'm really happy to get that for $1. Jerry and the Pacemaker's Greatest Hits. And then the Shrink, a Buck Owens on the Green Capital. This is the Buck Owens Christmas album. And Talking Heads, Fear of Music, 1979 on Sire, just minty shape. Frank Sinatra on Capitol. Buck Owens. Here's Al Martino with the love theme from The Godfather, also signed. 12-inch single to OMD, Joan of Arc. And a nice Conway Twitty album. I like this one a lot. Original 1965 Chad and Jeremy's second album on World Records. Marty Robbins with Devil Woman, a first pressing, just minty shape, 50 cents. Next up, we got Loretta Lynn on Decca. So some more good country for my collection. Roy Orbison's Many Moods on MGM, 50 cents. George Strait, If You Ain't Lovin', You Ain't Livin'. And George Strait, Find the Blue Neon. So those two, my girlfriend got me these, so thanks for that. And one sec here, guys. Okay. I got a shitload of records. George Strait's second album and Shrink for $1. Barry White's first album. So many records in this room. Oh my lord. This is James Brown with Please Please Please. This is the 1966 Canadian pressing on Regency. I have no clue where to put this now. How about right there? Okay, there. Let's keep going. This was $1. Supreme's Greatest Hits. Sesame Street Letters, you know, 50 cents. I'm gonna grab some Sesame Street. You know, it's just whatever. It's cool. Art Garfunkel. This is a Dolly Parton 12-inch single in pink vinyl. Later one, but you know, it was cool for $1 to get it on pink vinyl. I love colored vinyl. Next up we got Taste of Honey. We all know that one. Grand Funk, an original. Next up we got Alice Cooper. I got these for $1, these Alice Cooper ones, by the way. Well, there's more to come here, but this one is that Randy Travis, old 8x10. Happy to get that one. Little Barry Manilow. Kiss Rock and Roll Over for $1. No inserts, but whatever. Here's a random one. I don't know. It's in the old like Shrink, but Johnny get angry. Here's a cool Alice Cooper record. I love the packaging on this. This was $1. So it opens up like that, and then the record comes out here. This is a later pressing of it too, but it's just cool to have that with that interesting packaging. Ricky Van Shelton in minty shape. Debut. Here's the UK pressing of Sinatra, Swinging Sessions. Next up, a little bit of Deep Purple. No, not Deep Purple. What am I talking about? This is Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Baby. It's got the dollar bill in it too, so. Elvis, legendary performer. Hank Thompson. Okay, one more stack here. Woo! Here's a nice Elvis box set. RCA. Cheap Trick. Another copy of this George Strait, If You Ain't Lovin', You Ain't Livin'. You know, it's $1. Maybe a better copy than my other one. Who knows? This was also $1. Men Without Hats on Sire. We're getting there, guys. Hank Snow. Here's a nice Motown compilation from '67 for $1. Another copy of George Strait. Ricky Van Shelton. Tula Clark. Great George Jones album. UK pressing of Johnny Mathis. Then we got the Barge. Hank Lachlan, sorry. Here's a weird jazz sampler thingy, 10-inch. It's pretty cool. It's pretty thin, you know, and it's just like paper. It's like inside of a paper sleeve thingy. I don't even know how old it is, and not falling apart. It's pretty good shape, actually. I don't even know what it is, but whatever. It's cool. Let's flip that over in a sec here. Give me a sec here, guys. Trying to make this as quick as possible. Been just away for a while, and you know, I just want to get this done. This first I thought this was important to show you guys the LPs. I mean, I got like 145s and like 50 tapes and a bunch of CDs too, and some other things to show, and a turntable. But you know, it's summer, so you know, it's just I'm going on another vacation in a week, and you know, it's just hard. You guys all know, but let's keep going with these. Just mumbling on here, but Buck Owens, Shrink. Burt Bacharach with the Butch Cassidy soundtrack. Here's an amazing gem for me right here. This is Elvis in person, minty first pressing, with the original photos, bonus photos. And just these photos are just perfect shape. I had to pay $25 for this, but you know, the records are just mint, and you know, the cover's mint, and the photos are mint, so you know, and it's extremely hard to find those photos. First time I've ever seen that. Next, I got this, this was given to me from a family friend when I was out there, and I was so happy. This is Little Richard on the, I can see that's an original. I already have it. I was just so thrilled to receive that as a nice gift. And it's a hard album to find, so I was just super happy to own that. Here's a good one, Merle Haggard and His Strangers on Green Capital. Next up, Beach Boys 2020. I finally found a copy of this for $5. The problem with it is it has a warp in it, so I'm not very happy about that, but first time I've seen it in person, and so I'm happy to have that for sure. Here's a New Order with Brotherhood. I've been looking for this forever, so I'm so happy to get that finally. First pressing on the gray label of Sinatra, Songs for Swingin' Lovers. Just a couple more here, guys. Another Barry Manilow album. Found this for $1. The Shirelles on REO from 1963. The last one is a 12-inch single from the Social Timex Club with Rumors. And you know, I think that's all I have for the LPs, guys, and I hope that wasn't too long for you. We're at you know, we only did 18 minutes, so that's not bad at all, actually. I'm pretty happy about that, and I don't know if I'm going to make another video before I leave for my next vacation, but I hope everybody's doing well. It's been a long time since I've been on here, and it's just lots of stuff going on, so everybody have a great day, have a great weekend. I should see you in a month or so. I don't know. I might make another video with my other stuff this week. Just gonna see how it goes. So hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Peace, everybody.